Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of In the Booth, where we interview voice actors and actresses of machinimas, fandubs, abridged series, and any online web series. I'm your host, JD Carr, and today we got a special guest, Matt Ryan Goard, or Witsender from the Future Elements. So, Matt, thanks again for joining us.
No problem.
No prob.
Glad to
So,
be here.
nice. So, I guess start things off. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Um, I'm a almost 19-year-old uh, voice actor
Wait a
and
second, you're
director.
19? Jesus, man.
Almost, yeah.
Almost, man. You got like a deep voice, and I'm 21. I have like this high pitched voice.
Some people have mistaken me for almost a 27-year-old for some reason,
Mm.
and that person actually stared at me in the face.
Oh God. Just. Anyways, back to yourself. I'm sorry.
I'm just a voice actor, director, writer, kind of just did my own thing. That's
Alright.
it.
Oh, that's it. Oh, come
I
on.
don't know.
Don't have
I'm not very exciting.
you have everything. You don't have anything else more interesting to say about yourself, man?
Uh, uh, no, I have no idea.
Oh. Alright. Well, I guess to start things off. What got you into voice acting?
Mainly from starting off with directing, with storytelling.
Mm.
Uh, I've always wanted to be an actor, and I've always wanted to write my own stories as well. And when I wrote my own stories, I always wanted to kind of like I tend to put characters in certain stories where I would be playing either the main character or the supporting character,
Uh-huh.
mainly the main character, and I just that's kind of how it started.
Nice. And how did you stumble upon machinima?
I I was watching machinima.com.
Back in the glory
Uh,
days.
uh, Pretty close to it. It was right after Reach came out,
Okay.
and uh, I didn't have I had Xbox Live for a few months, like from May to when Reach came out, which was 4 months later, and uh, of 2010. And so I didn't really pay attention to Halo a whole lot. And then I saw when I started playing Halo Reach more, I saw Machinima.com and the Forgotten Spartans. Most people would say Red versus Blue was their first Machinima ever watched, but mine was Forgotten Spartans.
Oh, classic. Yes.
Yeah, I loved it. And when I saw every camera angle and every story and just how the story arc so like just everything panned out, I'm like going, this actually feels like a movie. I want to do this. And so that's how it kind of sparked interest in Machinima.
Nice. So, do you remember what exactly was your first voice role?
Um, my own stuff. I didn't start getting my own stuff until after I probably after I did Invasion,
Oh
which
yeah,
was
I
released.
remember that one.
Yeah, I think after 2012. So that's when I started getting my own roles
Nice.
from other people. So, but everything else was mine. I mainly did, but I
Cool.
did some smaller roles here and there on some other people's machinimas, but uh, nothing worthy of uh, saying that was my first role because of how my first roles were my own stuff.
Oh, cool. So, fun story, funny question for you. So, I guess from then till now, um, what has been your favorite role, or roles that you have been from then till now?
Um, my favorite roles.
Yep.
Uh, that's I liked being Captain Michael Evans from Squad 45. I've always
Oh,
had fun. Yeah, I always had fun playing that role because of he got me. I got into that series. I auditioned for the role in the summer of 2012, and he said like, "Oh wow, you're a good voice actor. I really want you to be Cap." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I became Cap, and every time he kept remaking it, I always was the lead role. And as time went on, my voice got better and my voice acting got better. So yeah, I'd probably say that's my favorite role.
nice. Another fun question I want to add on is, since you've been recording, do you have any like hilarious stories to tell when you record, or did something happen when you were recording lines?
I would fuck up a lot.
Well, besides
I
that, we all do that.
there is a story where I actually do have recordings of it.
Ooh.
My friend Gage, he and I would always be in Skype calls and stuff. And when I decided to record lines, and I was telling him saying like, "Hey, okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna record lines really quick." And he's like, "Okay." And so I pressed mute on the mic, and I was expecting him to be quiet, and he didn't. When I was recording lines, I was like, and I did the first couple lines, and he's like, "Mess up," and I'm like, "Fuck you." And so it captured his voice into my mic because he was playing over the speakers, and
Oh,
so it captured over to my mic, and you can hear him slightly in the background of the recording, the file I got, and you could just have it being quiet for a second, and then mess up, fuck you.
damn you.
So yeah,
End
that's
call. That's it. End
yeah.
call. Little Skype notification. Mess up.
Yeah, that's probably one of my most funny stories. I don't really have many memories of voice acting and something happening because I would have Skype muted and for my mic and the audio, and that, or I wouldn't be a Skype call. I wouldn't be in a Skype call at all.
Mm.
So yeah.
Cool, cool. So let's see. As a director yourself, how do you cast for roles?
Uh, Earlier in the day, I actually just took anybody that had a good sounding voice, regardless of acting talent. But nowadays, I kind of go around, and I don't really watch much machinimas that much anymore, unless they already have like an implemented like milestone for me. Not like a milestone, but an implemented trademark on me. Like pretty much, if it was like if Forgotten Spartans made another part, I'd go watch that.
Okay.
So something that had a grasp on me from the beginning, I would actually go watch. So I'd actually watch some machinimas that were more, you know, independently made, not from machinima.com or all those. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
And so I would, watch over, and I'd hear these voices, and I'd be like, that sounds like a really cool voice. So, I'm friends with some directors, and not huge ones, but I'm friends with some directors like Lambda, and like there were some voice actors he actually recommended to me, like Brett. Excuse me,
That's fine.
Brandon Tran.
Oh, him. Fun guy to work with.
Yeah, yeah, and I hired him for Colonel Goard episode 6 as a character, and Captain Scanlon, and he's going to be in episode 7.
Yay.
And he's actually going to have more lines in episode 7. He's actually going to be having the most lines right next to Matt Goard and Wash, and then it's Scanlon. So those guys are going to have the most roles, most lines. So yeah, I kind of just skim around the Machinima community and see voice actors and see what pops up.
Cool. Well, I would say, like, because apparently, since it's easier for everyone to get, like, a mic now, like, think, like, preferably, like, my preferences is, have at least 2 to 3 years of voice experience, because, like, I know it's hard nowadays to find roles, but still, you have to be picky, because, like, you want someone to be the character. You don't want to pick up someone's like, hey, I'm new, I wouldn't mind going with the main role, but, like, you gotta have, like, some preferences,
Yeah, I do that too.
Do
like,
you have a good mic? At first, do you have experience, and also do you have a good mic?
yeah, I do that mainly all the voice actors that I talk to. I kind of ask. Sometimes I ask what mic they have, and most of the people that I've been in contact with have had really good mics, like Blue Yetis, Blue Snowballs, or the Audio Technica, or the one that Brandon Coe has.
The condenser mics.
Yeah, those. And so, yeah. But mainly of the voice actors that I've come in contact with have already had good mics, so I don't usually ask that question. I mainly see what they've been in before, or they send me a demo reel, or or they can do like minor roles that I have in, like, Colonel Goard episodes, or smaller roles that I just kind of need to be filled, and I I let them progress on that to see how they are.
Cool. Now let's see another question. Now, as a voice actor yourself, do you prefer it when the director has like a live? Oh no, sorry. Let me rephrase that again. As a voice actor yourself, do you prefer when a director live directs you, or he just rather have him give you the script and he just gives you like, oh, you're this character, get this done by so and so on this date, blah blah blah.
Um, I I don't mind both, but I haven't had much experience with the former. I There was only one director that did that with me, where he was in a Skype call with me and live directed me, and that was like the first time ever, and that was Zed Productions.
Oh, let me guess. You were the what's his face from episode 3, the detective.
Yeah, I was detective, the guy that calmed down Leonard.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so he was live directing me, and here's another funny story about that one too. That one kind of just slipped my mind, was that he was live directing me and he thought I was recording. And when we finished the lines, he was like, "Okay, send it over."
Oh
He's like, "Okay, send it over."
no.
I'm like going, "Dude, I wasn't recording." He's like, "Wait, what?"
He
I'm
got.
like going,
Did he get
"I
pissed at
wasn't
you and stuff?
I wasn't recording." He's like, "Why weren't you?" I'm like going, Because we were going through the lines. I don't like having that's the pet peeve of mine. I don't like having junk in my audio file. I
But
hate it.
that's what makes it fun. That's what
I
makes
know
it
that's
fun
what
for the
makes it
director.
fun. Well, yeah, and a part, but I mean, like to an extent. But me being as a director as well, at least that's my pet peeve, is that I don't like having a whole bunch of junk in the file because of how it takes up more time to skim through it.
That's true, but it's like like still like if you're having like a bad day, you're angry, and you hear like a funny thing happen. It's like, oh, it's a quick laugh.
Yeah, yeah, I can understand that. There are some voice acting lines that I've had that have been sent to me, and they have like a whole bunch of mess ups in it, and it's really kind of funny to listen to. But I'm more of like to
The
where I
efficient,
wouldn't
fast and
actually.
efficient type guy.
Yeah, I'm just when I get the lines, I put them in a folder, and when I'm ready to edit, I just grab the files and just put them in there, and then I cut them out. Um, and it just takes less time that way. But yeah,
Yeah. Speaking of lines, sorry, man. Again, I already told you this earlier, but the whole sandstorm thing. Sorry,
oh, it's fine.
that went to waste.
That's perfectly fine. I'm
Um,
not angry about it.
okay. All right. Let's see. Moving on. So, apart from voice acting, so you've seen like a lot of cartoons and played a lot of video games, right?
Yeah,
Here's a fun question for you. Who's your favorite voice actor or
Troy
actress?
Baker.
Okay, going on that, like, I more than one. Do you have any others besides Troy Baker?
Noah North.
Ooh,
Mark Hamill.
yes.
Um, can't really think. Jennifer Hale.
Oh yeah, Shepard.
I actually don't see her as that one. When I think of Jennifer Hale, I think of her more of her other video game roles. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. I'm trying to remember.
she did play as Sarah Palmer, but I didn't like Palmer.
I
But
like what's her name from Star Wars. She played, actually, like, yeah, from Star Wars:
Car-
The Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, not the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
the Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, I have that game. Didn't really care
Send it
for
to
it.
me. I want to play it again. My
I never
Xbox,
really cared for it.
my Xbox broke down. The original Xbox.
Yeah, yeah, I knew what console was on. I have it on PC.
Send it to me.
I have it on disc.
Oh, I was gonna say if you have on Steam, like give me your profile.
Eh, eh,
Uh,
you're
no,
asking too much, buddy.
that's true. Okay, fine. Okay, let's see. Ooh, John DiMaggio is also a good one.
Oh, John DiMaggio, yeah.
Yeah. Um. And we could go. This could basically be another podcast in itself. We're just liking our other
Oh
voice
yeah,
actors and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, I there were some voice actors like there's like Robert Craig Smith, Robert Adkin Downs,
Oh
uh,
man, that guy.
or not Robert, Robin.
Yeah, Robin Atkin
Um,
Downs.
yeah,
Snake. Snake.
Michael. Well, he's not Michael Ironside, but Michael Ironside
Hmm.
from Splinter Cell.
That guy.
And David Hayter. That's the name I was thinking of for
There we
Snake.
go.
Uh, I actually don't mind the new voice actor for
Oh,
Snake
Kiefer
because
Sutherland.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland. I actually kind of grew up with him because he was
Jack
on
Bauer.
24. Yeah,
Yes.
20.
High
Yeah,
five,
I
man.
love.
High five. I love 24.
Yeah. Um, I love 24. My parents watched that show when it was on, and I started watching it when I got the seasons. I love the first two seasons,
Hmm.
and it got just kept getting more and more intense.
Like
So yeah,
over time, we're gonna go off tangent here, but over time, you could actually predict what's actually gonna happen because come on, you know what's gonna happen next. Oh, someone is gonna be betrayed the group. Oh, there's a mole in the group.
yeah. Oops.
That was good cue. That was a good music cue.
I am sorry.
That was good. No, that actually, I'm keeping that in. That was good.
Yeah, someone was calling me.
That's fine.
Um, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of voice actors that I like. Yeah, it's like I said, Troy Baker, Nolan North, John DiMaggio,
Those
Mark
three are
Hamill.
like everything now.
Oh yeah, and I had like just a few years ago because I didn't really pay attention to who was voicing who until like probably when I started getting into the filmmaking thing.
Same.
Um, uh, and I looked up who voiced the Joker because I couldn't tell who it really was. So I decided to look it up
Was
because
this
honestly,
Arkham Knight? I mean, yeah.
well,
I mean,
no,
did
not
I know
Ark.
this was Arkham Origins?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, no. Yeah, I think so. Actually, I think it
Because
was
that
Arkham
was when
Origins
Troy
when I
Baker
started looking
played
up.
the
Yeah,
Joker in that one.
yeah. And I looked him up, and I looked up who the voice, previous Joker was, and it led to the Batman animated series and
Yes.
the Batman animated movies. Like my personal favorite Batman animated movie is Batman Beyond: The Return of the Joker.
Oh yeah.
And I saw that it was Mark Hamill. I'm going, Luke Skywalker. So I just sat up in my chair going like, that was Luke Skywalker. Holy crap, he does not sound like anything like him. Looks like he did go to the dark side.
Was it actually saw like a video? He said he actually like on the way to work, he would actually like laugh in his car, and he said like people would actually pass by him in the car. They would look at him like, why is this guy like no crazy in his own car?
Oh yeah, and
That's
I
hilarious.
and his story of when he was doing the audition for the Joker when the animated series was being made, he was like, I'm not going to get the role. I know I'm not going to get the role, and he just like goes there. He just goes fucking ecstatic on the role, and not ecstatic, but eccentric. That's the word.
Yeah.
And he just goes full on crazy with it, and then he just goes home, goes in his car, and leaves. And he's like thinking, I had my fun. Don't think I'm going to get the role. Gets a call the next
You
few
got
days,
the
and he's like,
job.
you got the job. You were a great Joker. He's like, oh fuck.
Oh, was that from like the documentary? I know that voice,
I think he actually no, it wasn't from that.
or is it like from like a panel video or something?
It was a panel video when he was at the Star Wars Celebration thing a couple
Oh,
years ago.
okay.
Yeah, he started explaining it, and then he did a monologue of the Joker on it, and it was just it was awesome. I think he actually did like a Heath Ledger version of his
Oh
Joker,
yeah,
which was just
someone actually asked him like, "Can you just say why so serious?" He's like, "I don't want to do that because in honor of Heath, but I guess
yeah.
he's
I
he's
mean,
very whatchamacallit, he's very not honorable, but whatchamacallit, he's there's a word for that.
um,
Like um, I
loyal.
not no not loyal, like not it's kind of similar to the word respect. He's there we go, humble. There we go.
Humble, yeah. He is, and it's kind of sad that he hasn't really had that many big roles over the years after Star Wars.
Yeah.
But then
Well, he's
again,
been
there's
popping
always
up in video games and TV shows.
oh yeah, exactly. Like the Joker is his second baby.
Yeah. He's
Um,
Skips in was it regular show?
yeah, it's like he was in the Flash.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was in the Flash, the current show, and the Flash from the '90s,
Yeah.
and played the same character.
Mhm.
Uh, and so it was really cool seeing someone I grew up with being in and really actually being in my DC animated series like stuff because now when I was younger I didn't watch the Batman animated series but I did watch the Batman Beyond stuff,
Oh yeah.
um mainly the movies because I enjoyed the movies more
Mm.
and the fact that Batman Beyond was never really on and it was over by the time I was 7 or something. I don't know when the show ended. I think
Sadly,
it ended. Yeah, and knowing that Mark Hamill was still, still there, and his Joker voice is just so hard to replicate that it's like it's one of a kind. And once he leaves the Joker role to
Actually, I got
someone
good
else,
news
it's
for
going to
you,
be
man.
so different.
I got good news for you.
Hmm.
You seen the Batman the Killing Joke trailer?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I've been following that for quite a while now. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
It
I'm
came
so
back.
happy for that one because just a few months ago I was listening to like an audio drama kind of thing of the Killing Joke comic book,
Uh,
and I'm like listening to this going like, this is some serious fucked up shit. I want to
yeah.
see a movie of this. And
A few weeks
like
later,
and
trailer.
and I'm glad that Mark Hamill came back for it because
Same goes
even
for
though
Kevin
that
Conroy, because come on, those guys love working with
oh
each
yeah
other.
oh yeah Mark Hamill even said that the only reason that he came back to Arkham City game was because Kevin Conroy was signed on to it again. So he was like, oh, if Kevin's going, I'm going. Um, and I love the Arkham games, and a lot of people don't like Arkham Origins, but I kind of respect it to a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the combat's the same, the map's the same, everything's really the same, and the electric shock gloves make it way too easy for combat.
Oh yeah.
Understandable, but I still enjoyed the game for the fact of it was you know, well, other people brought up that Black Mask was completely underutilized, and
Yeah.
uh, I still liked it for the fact of I love the Joker,
Troy
honestly,
Baker.
and I love seeing Joker on screen. That's why I'm super psyched for Suicide Squad, even though that a lot of people I don't really like his tattoos. I like the ha ha stuff, and I like the stuff that actually fits his character, but the damaged one,
Yeah.
I don't like that one. But there are some theories that he's the Jason Todd Joker,
Mm.
which I would really, really love that to be true.
That'd be
But that
great.
wouldn't make much sense with
Yeah,
the Harley
probably
Quinn
not.
thing. Yeah. I mean, if you remember from the Batman Beyond the Return of the Joker story, Tim Drake was the one that turned into the whole Joker thing,
Oh yeah.
and the not the previous Joker, the original Joker, he died, and Harley Quinn was, they were planning on having a whole kid thing, and Harley Quinn,
Died.
no, Harley Quinn, I don't think
No,
died.
she didn't die. She just per se just left the life and just went normal, sort of.
Yeah, and was just old and had two twins that were just as crazy as her.
Yep.
Well, her granddaughters.
Yeah. Yes,
So yeah.
Nana Harley. I remember that scene from the end of the Return of the
Uh,
Joker.
oh yeah, great movie.
Yes.
I wish that those movies would be remade, or
Oh, that'd
like
be great.
the series coming back or something.
I wish. That was a good tangent. Moving back. So back to the whole voice acting realm. So, who are your favorite VAs to have worked with on projects or any other projects you've been in?
I I've kind of connected with nearly all of my voice actors. I've always had a joy talking to them because of how cool they've been and how much they enjoy the role. Like Brandon Crow. Brandon Crow. I'm sorry, Brandon.
Sorry, Brandy,
Brandon
if you're watching this, we are sorry. And then Mikey's
Brandon
gonna come in out of
Coe.
nowhere. He's like, "Oh, screw you, Matt," and all that stuff.
Yeah. But Brandon Coe, I mean, like he likes playing as Conan, and he even played as Conan. Uh, Obviously Conan from Colonel Gord, and he played as Conan in the second version of Colonel Gord back in from 2011 to 2012,
Yeah.
and he played that Conan, and it was kind of nice to bring him back, and he did enjoy the role, and he still does, hopefully, and so he's a really cool dude to ask for if he wants to voice for something or anything.
I can see him
Uh,
go places because recently, I don't know if you've seen his stuff, but like recently he's been getting like more and more voice acting
oh yeah,
opportunities, man. So
I've been seeing that.
I hope he
Yeah.
goes places, man. Like I really
Oh, I hope so too.
was it if he ever goes to a con, I'll be the guy's like, hey, I know that guy. Hey, like
Yeah,
I would
that would be
literally go
nice.
to a con if he actually makes it. I would literally go to that con just to say, I know you, man. I want to see you.
Oh yeah, I mean I want to be honestly I want to be more of an actor than a director, and I think it's fantastic that he's actually gotten to be just a small time voice actor for that was used as a part-time hobby thing when he was in school, and then turns into this huge, just huge thing. His career.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. Kind of envious, but
Yeah.
not overcomingly envious.
To anyone that is becoming amateur voice actors and actresses, don't aim for animes. Go for video games, man. That's the new realm out there. Go for video games. Come on, there's a lot of indie makers out there. They want voices. Don't do yes, do fan dubs, but still don't do fan dubs all the time. Go for Go for video
branch
games.
out.
Branch out. Don't do fan dubs. Or
Yeah.
I'm not saying fan dubs and abridged stuff are bad. I'm just saying
No.
they're fun to listen to, but still
But also, a tip from me is that I mean, I don't think I'm even worthy of tips, but the tip I have is that, take anything that's given to you, or take anything that you pursue when it comes to voice acting jobs. Don't be picky. Just kind of go, unless it's something that you really, really don't like. But
adult novels.
that would be bad, especially if you're 14 and have a deep voice.
Use a pen name.
Don't want to hear that from your parents. Have that conversation. I hear that you've been talking about cock guzzling. It was voice acting, I swear. But yeah, my tip is just anything that's given to you or anything that you go to, literally just take it, because it's practice. Anything that's practice is always going to be good for you in the long run. Trust me.
All right. Oh yeah, and so I guess here's my final question to you. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I have no idea. Still kind of figuring that out. I want to be an actor. I just don't know how well that's going to branch out. But,
voice over actor or actor?
Voice actor.
Oh, interesting. Nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're still here within 5 years.
Yeah, if the world doesn't blow up.
The world doesn't blow up due to this upcoming thing that's going on. Oh well. But yeah. So again, Matt, thanks again for joining me on this episode of In the Booth. It was nice having you.
It was nice being here. Nice talking to you.
All right. So also, hi Duchess. Sorry that you were in this episode. Say hi. Let's say hi to Duchess, Matt. Hi, Duchess.
Hello, Duchess. Sorry you couldn't be here, but next time, and farewell.
Farewell. All right. So yeah, this concludes this episode of In the Booth. So see you next time, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.